The last new Pokemon type we received was way back in 2013 when Pokemon X and Y were released. The hype was unreal. However, there was some skepticism I remember back in the day with, how would this new type change the landscape of Pokemon? Or what if this new type flops? Well, the new type was the Fairy type, and let's just say it didn't flop. Although the Fairy type has been integral to Pokemon ever since with Pokemon like Mega Mawile, Xerneas, all the Tapus, Zacian Crown, and now in Gen 9 Fluttermane, I think the Fairy type definitely was 100% needed to balance out the games more. But that got me thinking though, what if Pokemon added another type to Generation 10 and beyond? What would this new type be? Would it be too broken, or would it be just balanced enough? I asked my YouTube community that, thus that is what we're going to be going over, their answers, as well as my friend Tyler made a type as well in his Pokemon game, Pokemon Hegemony. My name is JaCubAsAlways. We upload daily Pokemon content, so if you enjoy Pokemon, I guarantee you're going to love this channel. So please subscribe and leave a like as we're on the road to 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2024. So before we go over your ideas, we're going to go over my friend Tyler who created Pokemon Hegemony. I'll try to remember to leave that in the description. If I don't, leave a comment or message me on the Discord. We're going to go over the Pokemon type Cosmic. Cosmic is a very cool, it's like kind of a spacey element to it. So Tyler gave Cosmic type to a whole bunch of new Pokemon. But before we get into some Pokemon that have the Cosmic type, let's go over what it does. So Cosmic is there to balance out all the annoying defensive types like Steel, Fairy, Dragon, and Water. So it's super effective on all those. As well, it's like the Dragon type where it's super effective on itself. So if Cosmic on Cosmic. So if a Cosmic type hits a Cosmic Dragon type, that's times 4 super effective. Or Water Cosmic, etc., etc. So that's really cool. Then, what resist the Cosmic types are Psychic, Fire, Ice, Rock, and Ghost. There you go, 5. Those are all there exist. However, Cosmic has only 3 total weaknesses. Just because Ice and Rock resist and Ghost as well does not mean it's super effective on that. Cosmic is weak to itself, Fire, and Psychic. So it has 3 total weaknesses. So that's not a lot, but it's also not a little. So unfortunately, you gotta pick and choose. But Cosmic's still an incredibly spammable type. And it's a very, very powerful type. He created this new type, or this new move called Starbeam, which is like Moonblast, but it has I believe it's a 30% chance to put the opponent asleep. Tyler will have to leave a comment about it, because I personally, I don't remember the exact percentage, but I know it's a 95 base power move, just like Moonblast, and it's super spammable, and it's a super good move. So yeah, I really, really, really love the Cosmic type. So if they were going to add a type, that would be my go-to. Also, I do want to say this too. I want to go over Cosmic to his resistances before I forget. Cosmic resists Fairy, Steel, Water, Dragon. It has no immunities to my knowledge. I believe it also resists Rock. Rock and Cosmic resist each other. That was actually my idea. I actually said you should add Ice and Rock resistances and stuff and have Rock and Cosmic resist each other. Kind of like how Bug and Fighting do, which is really cool because I wish more types did that and stuff. Like they weren't weak or neutral to each other. They're just resisted each other. There are so many cool things that he did and created in Pokemon Hegemony. It's a phenomenal game. So if you want more Pokemon content, play the game. I cannot say enough good things about Hegemony. I hopefully will eventually get a video on it in the future. Let's go over some of the other ideas. Let's start with YouTube though. Phantom himself, funnily enough, I didn't purposely segue just over to YouTube because I knew Tyler made a comment, but he said Time. He wants a Time type. He feels like the fossils could use a glow up, and Time could really set some other mons apart as well. So I don't know what the super effective damage is on there. Like, I don't know, would Time be super effective on like normal or something? Because I feel like normal needs another weakness. I mean, I technically doesn't. And then maybe normal could be a super effective on Time too. I have no idea. Go off in the comments down below about that one. And then Godaman, aka Yodaman, says, I'm gonna go with Cosmic / Space, even though I said to not use Cosmic type in the video. Come on, Godaman. I'm disappointed. JK, but what if? Anyway, I'm going to go over some of the mons. He said a few examples of Pokemon of this type would be the Staryu line, Deoxys, Meteor, Elegem, and possibly the Ultra Beast. Fun fact, Tyler edited a lot of those Pokemon in Hegemony to be the Cosmic type. He also said Cosmic / Space, so I guess I gotta give him some credit there. I said no Cosmic, but he did say Space, but essentially the same thing. That's basically the same thing. Anyway, let's move over to Discord now. So Tenloso says This would infringe a bit on poison, but I would go disease or illness or germ type. This idea would be so it wouldn't have a super effective on anything. It would be like normal in that way and have a weakness to fire because we boil water and sterilize tools to avoid spreading infection. The way it would work is the target egg group over types. So in organic egg groups, mineral and amorphous, would be unaffected. It would be an extremely small move pool of stab moves, but each would leave a Pokemon with a poison-like condition that slowly injures Pokemon. Or my big new mechanic would be the longer you let it go, like Pokerus, instead of benefiting, it hampers. Your EVs would turn negative, perhaps even your IVs and your stats would go down. If you breed it, if it stacks and keeps stacking the more you breed, the Pokemon of the party could catch this too, and you'd see your Pokemon grow weaker and do less damage. I would also give this Pokemon to random trainers to program it to have a chance of it happening, like shiny Pokemon in the wild, or just have it happen to Pokemon in the wild. Cures would have to be new items or ceremonial like the hot springs or the sanctified circles in Lavender Town. And the most evil part, you can spread this to link battles against other trainers, just absolutely sabotage for people in the future. Oh my gosh, this is savage. This is so interesting. Like, I mean, it's not really poison. Like, you definitely made it like separate from poison completely. So I really like it, actually. The only thing I would say not to do is to not do it on Wi-Fi battles or like on there. I don't necessarily like that, but this could really make for unique stuff like Nuzlocking. This could be very unique for Nuzlocking, especially, I feel, because if your Pokemon get it, you have to find a cure for it really freaking fast, or you're kind of screwed. However, if you're not of that type, I'm not sure if you said this, but if you're already of this type, you shouldn't be affected and you should be strong, because the whole point of the type, what it sounds like, is you want this type to be super strong and stronger than the rest, and that's why they're spreading disease, illness, or germs to the rest of the Pokemon. So this type basically would want to be like the best type, is what I'm understanding. So honestly, this is a really cool idea. I don't think they're going to do it because I don't see Pokemon being on the cusp of talking about disease and illnesses like that, but who knows? Could be a cool type to do. Breaky Jakey, aka Tom, he says, I want a light type. It would be super effective on dark, ghost, and ice. It would be weak to and resisted by dark, grass, fire, and steel. The idea is that light gets rid of dark and evil spirits, and it can be used to melt ice. And for the weaknesses, light will also eventually fade into darkness. Light gives grass and fire energy to live and grow, so it makes sense that light can't hurt it. And lastly, light can't pass through the solid steel, so it would be resisted by steel, grass, and fire, which honestly I think that would be really, really good for light or grass, especially because grass isn't the best defensive typing. It has so many weaknesses already, so if this new powerful light type comes into the game, that would be really good, and that would be really cool. I'm confused. Didn't he say it would be super effective on dark? It would be weak and resisted by dark. Okay, I'm really confused by that statement. So how would dark resist and be weak to it? I'm a little confused by that, but we'll just say dark is not a part of one of them. So either dark is weak to it or dark is super effective, because I don't think that can be both. I think that's contradicting itself a little bit. But anyway, nonetheless, I think this is really cool, especially light can't pass through solid steel, so that makes sense why it would be weak to steel. Steel doesn't have a lot of super effective damage anyway. It's fairy, rock, and I guess it's got a decent amount. But anyway, this is a really cool typing. Light has always been a type that you wanted to be a thing. Light was actually... Did they just say they were making a new type like right away in X and Y? I'm trying to remember early 2013 and everything like that. I can't remember if they said they were going to introduce a type and then people said light, but I think before Gen 6 came out, I'm pretty sure people have always wanted the light type. Oh, if there's a new type, let's just make it light. But yeah, I mean, I think it'd be a really cool typing. He explained it pretty well. I'm contradicted by the dark and dark resist and a super effective on. I don't know, but I guess everything else makes picture perfect sense to me. Ladies and gentlemen, another type that somebody could have thought of was sound, but nobody talked about that. But if you guys have anything to do with sound, leave it a comment down below, as well as any other type that you may want to see in the future. Make sure you check out Tyler's game, Pokemon and Gemini, down in the description. He also made a new game called Pokemon Green and Gold, which I will be doing a little mini series on. It's not going to be like a Let's Play series. It's going to be more of a Nuzlocke chronicling my journey through Green and Gold. It's a Johto remake, so that'll be out eventually. Hopefully halfway through February or so. But anyways, make sure you guys leave a comment. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel for more daily Pokemon content. My name is Jacob as always. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.